Hi. Yesterday, I was watching this video by Rick. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Again, a perfect example of how people attack roleplay for some reason. They get very upset with the notion of roleplay. We have seen this several times. I'm going to put another link to a video where I called it what? The roleplay backlash. There have been so many of these cases. And after my actual play, I have stumbled upon a couple of people, very, well, like 3 people, you could say. Yes, 3 people, that are very unhinged. And they get so, yes, extremely unbalanced when you mention roleplay. So I started to think about that. Where lies this pathology? I think it has a lot to do with actual escapism in tabletop role-playing games, because there is a false notion here. A lot of people erroneously, I would say erroneously, say, oh, I escape through role-playing games, or I enjoy escapism, or I think they are unjustly labeling themselves and others as escapists, because when you actually play a tabletop role-playing game with roleplay, with actual roleplay in a tabletop role-playing game, because it's in the name, role-playing game, role-playing, you should be role-playing. If you are not role-playing, you are not playing a tabletop role-playing game. And I thought, when you roleplay, you are not escaping reality, you are celebrating reality. Because you take elements from reality and you put them in a fictional environment. You are embellishing them, you are decorating them, you are celebrating them. You are putting them in a fictional or fantasy context. It's a celebration of life. But there are some pathological cases, and I am going to talk about those. Specifically those that do not roleplay and still want to be recognized as roleplayers. Why does this happen? If you take a look at the lives of those people, because I have met some of those people throughout life, you will see that their lives are a complete and total mess. They use the tabletop RPG hobby as a way to distract themselves from their messy lives. Take a look at the people that actually accept that they do not roleplay in a tabletop role-playing game. They are usually quite stable in their lives. A lot of them have, like, how would you say, a decent family life. They have friends, they have, things are looking up for them. But in the other case, the true escapists, it's quite common to see that throughout life they have been quite mediocre. So what do you do when you cannot have success in different areas of your life? Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a shallow definition of success. It doesn't mean that you need a lot of money, or, own how many houses or yachts. No. If you want to be a baker and create delicious bread or something, or whatever, and you create that delicious bread, then you are a successful baker. Even if you don't sell too much, your objective is to make the delicious, nutritious, organic bread, and you are doing that, you are successful. Mission accomplished. If you want to stop an evil person from doing something, and you stop that person, you are successful. So that's success. What you intend to do, you accomplish your goals, your mission, your objective. But those people, they are not accomplishing anything. So perhaps very early on in life, or perhaps later on in life, it could be at any stage, they find this hobby of tabletop role-playing games. And there isn't like a sure or hard way of measuring success. At least formally, it has not been established as such. So unlike sports, in sports, it's very easy to measure success. You either throw the basketball into the hoop, or you score a goal, you make the pass, The results are right there. It is impossible to deny them. But when it comes to tabletop role-playing games, especially because Gygax never communicated how to roleplay in a tabletop role-playing game, they can fool around with tabletop role-playing games without actual roleplay. Sometimes they aren't even gaming. So the sessions degenerate into a Mother May I conversation, into a board game that is not a board game. And they can keep on doing this, but when someone mentions, hey, you are not role-playing, that is not roleplay, the switch is flipped. They go insane. They enter this crisis. Because now there is another area in their life in which they were not successful. Very mediocre. And of course it's based on great arrogance. In my video where I talk about the lie concerning the TTRPG community, in the description of that video you will encounter a perfect, perhaps even a textbook example of arrogance contaminating your way of playing. One of my viewers, Ray, mentioned, where's the humility? Why is that person saying that he is a prodigy, that he has been playing tabletop role-playing games since he was 7 years old, and you see him now in his actual play? It is so pathetic. In my video, my recent video, which one was it? It was the Demystifying Gary Gygax. There is a very interesting comment there from one of the lolcows of tabletop RPGs. Check it out. The moment you mention roleplay, whoa! Oh, it's incredibly painful for them because they have been living a lie. They have not been role-playing in a role-playing game. It is nonsensical. This is clown world stuff. So, yes, if you are ever wondering why those people get so upset with the notions of roleplay, it's because they have been enjoying the hobby not as a celebration of reality, but as a true escape from reality. They are disconnected from their reality. And sadly enough, they are also disconnected from the fictional reality because they do not roleplay. They are disconnected from both the real world and the fictional world. They are disconnected from both environments, and that is truly tragic. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.